Okay, sorry. Well, I thought our young ladies really competed at a high level, and that was something that it was a point of emphasis. Finishing plays, I thought we rebounded on both ends of the court better than we have. Iowa State is such a tough team to match up with because every kid on their team every kid on the roster can post, every kid shoots it for the most part. So, I thought our young ladies showed a lot of toughness, and we were fortunate to come out on top, had a great crowd, and, I think the importance of this game is not just that we're wearing pink uniforms, but that, our young ladies had a chance to listen to a breast cancer survivor and an oncologist yesterday, a surgeon, and so they learned more about why we do what we do, and so kind of a special day for us.
Coach, kind of a mirror image of your trip to Ames, big second half for the winning team. What was the biggest difference for you guys?
Well, I thought we did a better job defending. Honestly, I thought we've had stretches where maybe we don't score quite as efficiently, but the reality is those are stretches that your defense really has to carry you. And I thought we really got into some spots today that we didn't get into when we played against them the first time.
Could you preface this question with if there's any update on Savannah?
Oh, yeah, we got some injuries this week. Yeah, we do. So Savannah's out with an injury, and obviously Jayla's now in a boot. Don't really know where. I think we'll see what happens with that. Kylie went down, so, a tough stretch for us, but I thought the young ladies who stepped in played great and gave us great minutes and made big plays.
Well, that was going to be my question. You kind of get into that nitty-gritty of the fourth quarter, and Madison's in foul trouble. Right. Kylie and Jayla are both out. Was there ever a point you're thinking, my goodness, what do we got to do here?
What I thought we had to do is be in a position to really find ways to get stops, and I thought our young ladies did a really good job of that. I thought we did a good job on the boards during that stretch, and I thought our whole team was really kind of locked in too, because there was a stretch where they went small. Should we keep Isis in, or should we take her out? And she was getting some rebounds for us, and she did a good job defending on the perimeter. And even the kids on the bench were like, "Yeah, keep her in. She's doing a great job defensively." So I think that kind of mentality was something that was really, really important and valuable for us.
With the injuries there in the fourth quarter, and then obviously Savannah's before this game, is this a win that this team gets at the beginning of the season over a ranked team with the injuries? I mean, are you able to pull it out?
Our toughness improved from our last road trip to today. So, I don't know that we played with a lot of toughness, and we haven't done that in as many games as we've wanted to. And I thought and showed up, I think, in not only defensively and getting stops, but also offensively flying to the offensive glass and making some things happen for us. I mean, eight offensive rebounds isn't as many as you would like to get, but you have two young ladies, one with 4 and one with 3, and I think we're battling, and even the ones sometimes we didn't get maybe went out of bounds, and so some good things happened for us. So I thought we were really competitive throughout the course of this game.
Coach, obviously, at the point of her injury, Jayla was having a heck of a game.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, can you just speak to just how heartbreaking this moment?
Yeah, right, really tough, because she played 30 minutes before she got injured and had 12 rebounds, 4 of them on the offensive glass. So just battled, and it didn't matter who she was matched up with on the other end. And times, she had to guard Ashley Jones, and other times she had to be a kid guarding anybody else on the perimeter. But man, her ability to clean up the glass is phenomenal. Was phenomenal. So that was a big loss for us, and certainly I thought other young ladies had to come in and make things happen. But hopefully we can get her back quickly.
What does it say that even with her down, you guys had an 18-4 advantage in bench points, so obviously you kind of negated any production from theirs, but in particular I thought the 3 that Nichols hit at the end of the third quarter.
Right, that was a really big shot. I thought that was a momentum swing for us, and kind of thought they could go into a zone at that point in time, and I thought that was a zone at that point in time, and tried to put some kids in spots, and Danny certainly answered. But I thought Sarah Bates had a great pass too. That extra pass was something that created that. Two kids kind of closed on her quickly. JJ came off the ball screen and kicked it, and I thought it was a great one more pass, and Danny stepped up and knocked it in.
Coach, you guys had created more turnovers. You had 12 in the first half than you created for taking away from ICU, but then you were down at half. So what was the message then to come back? Because this is a ranked team in your building where you're 9-2 this season. You've already beaten a Baylor that was ranked here as well. So when you're down, but you've done all these things right defensively, what is the message?
Well, I thought our message at halftime was about finding ways to get stops in transition. I thought I don't know that was exactly accurate because it felt like, I think it said they had 4 points in transition, but it felt like, they had more or they created something, a quick closeout. I think it's sometimes when we gave some things up that we didn't want to give up. And so our message was about really being solid, and then we tried to find ways to guard some of their actions that got down the middle of the lane on us and kind of have awareness of some of those types of things. And, so it was really just a matter of, yes, we were turning them over, but I think they were scoring at a 47% clip or something like that in the first half. So our message was about how to make some adjustments on the defensive end. It starts with transition defense.
Strong first half from Ashley Jones. Your defense
Yeah.
kind of lock her down in the second half. What did you change? Was there any change, or was it just better execution?
Well, I think it starts in transition. I think she got going, and there was a dump down low to her in transition early. We missed an assignment at that point in time, and you can't give her easy opportunities, and that was an easier one because she just kind of feeds off it. She's such a dynamic player, and so certainly our attention was, to try to limit opportunities for her and make life as difficult as possible. But that's easier said than done because there's even a play where I think Kai did a great job guarding her, and all of a sudden she's there at the rim and scores over the top of her. So I just think she's someone who's really, really hard to guard because she can shoot it, she can pull up, she can hit the mid range, she can get to the rim, and she offensive rebounds really well.
How important was this result in the grand scheme of things with a 3-game losing streak and where you are in the season?
Well, it was important for us that we got to that ability to play with great toughness. That was what we needed to see, regardless of what the outcome of the game was. And certainly the outcome is favorable, and it's great for our team, for our program. But the reality is we needed to adjust some things and be a gritty team defensively. And I thought that's what kind of we've worked on, and I think how our young ladies adjusted.
Coach, you can kind of look back on a player's career and kind of look for benchmarks and stuff. Obviously, JJ still has a half of a career left to go, but
Right.
Was tonight maybe kind of a benchmark game for her?
I think she's had a number of them, but I thought she played really, really solidly. I thought she played really well. I thought she was, it's just someone defensively that made a lot of good things happen. And, we're small with Maddie and with JJ. And so, they really tried to post those two kids up in a lot of different situations or dribble into a post-up scenario. And I thought they both did a really good job. And Maddie got in foul trouble in the fourth quarter with that a little bit and then got the one on the baseline out of bounds. So that kind of hurt. But, I think JJ's understanding is certainly continuing to grow and improve. I just thought her leadership in a lot of ways today was one of the best that we've seen, and so I think she's certainly continuing to improve, and that's really fun, really fun.
Going off Greg's question, when you look at the results, I guess maybe tonight or tomorrow, do you start to kind of look to see, okay, hey, if we do this, we got a shot to get in the tournament? Do you even worry about that stuff, talk about it with your players at all? Or maybe still a little too early?
Yeah, probably at this point in time we better get healthy. So we have, I like where our intensity was, and I thought our practice yesterday was probably our best practice, of the year, honestly. And so I like that aspect of where we're heading right now. So it was important for us to carry that over into a game. And when things, weren't really going our way, so the end of the second quarter when things weren't going our way and they kind of took a lead on us, I thought our resilience was really good and our composure was really good at that point in time.
Kind of on that question, looking at the results, looking at resume, for lack of a better word, of this team, how much different is it for you this year at a Power 5 school versus where you've been in the past, where you obviously the conference tournament's so important
Right.
in a situation like that? How different is
Yeah,
it?
it's a complete flip. It's totally different when you're looking at, and that's what I told our coaches going into this game is we have a great opportunity. I don't know how we're going to play, but it felt good about how we practiced. We have a great, and that's the fun part about playing in the Big 12, honestly, is that you're playing great teams and you have a chance to not only improve your team, but, to make something happen and let people know that, we can play a little bit too. We can do some things too.
Coach, what can you say about the crowd tonight?
Yeah, I thought they were really got into it. I thought they were really into it at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I don't know if they liked some of the calls. They got really loud at that point in time. But in our point of emphasis at that point, we had 4 really quick fouls in the fourth quarter was to try to guard without putting putting them at the free throw line, because that can wipe away a lead really, really quickly. And so I thought the crowd was great. We had a lot of pink in the crowd tonight, and that was a lot of fun.
Kind of in that vein, Coach, you know, a lot of promos for games and around sports, or you know, giveaways and that kind of stuff. But your program, it seems like you're trying to, you know, have a positive message, breast cancer awareness,
Right.
and women in sports night, all that kind of stuff. Can you kind of speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, it's important for us as coaches to mentor our young ladies and to grow them in ways, you know, certainly on the basketball court, which is what people see, but also off the court to the best of our ability. And I was really proud of our young ladies yesterday, because, you know, it was a pretty intense couple days of practice, and they got up shots before that, and then now they're going to sit around and they're going to listen to stories, and they were so engaged and so respectful. And then they stuck around afterwards to introduce themselves, you know, because we have some young ladies who are interested in the medical field, and so great networking opportunity that was presented. And so I think our young ladies were so special yesterday in hearing the message and doing a great job of being really, really engaged. And so it's important to us that we provide those opportunities to our young ladies. And it's important for us that we continue to grow our community, you know, our community around us. There were a lot of little kids who were at the game. There were a bunch of little boys who came to the game today. I don't know what group that was for sure, but that was kind of fun to have all those little boys in the crowd. And I know that because our son, who now plays college basketball, when he was growing up, and he would always come with our team or be around our team. And at one point in time, I didn't know if he knew that guys played basketball too. Only girls play, because that's all he really saw. And so, you know, I think that was really special, and special for the young girls who were here too.
Any more questions for Coach?
Great.